Welcome, welcome, welcome. Where are we? How's everybody doing? How are we all doing? What a week it has been. Wow. Wowzers. Wowzers. Okay. Trying to find this here so I see where I'm at. Forgive me. Okay. How's everyone doing? Just had a big thing happen yesterday. What was it? Saturn conjunct Neptune. Whatever the hell that means. I don't know. It's like this or something. I don't know. Yeah, but it's causing a lot of ripples. Ripples everywhere. Yeah. So I'm just going to let everybody jump on here. Hello, hello, hello. How are we all doing? This week has been something else, I'm telling you. Okay, so, yeah, if you haven't been hearing or seeing, some big events have taken place momentarily. Momentarily. I mean, just like everybody else, out on a few hours, after a few hours, and back in his own home, living once more like nobody else is. Anyway, it's all good. Here's the thing. Remember, we're here to shine light. We're here to find a way to light ourselves up. Remember, right? Yeah. I see it on my phone. To light ourselves up and to shine bright. Why are we supposed to do that? Because the amount of darkness that we see needs to be transmuted, dispelled, whatever. Assisted in whatever way. And when it comes up against your light, that's done. So that's why we're here. And, you know, as much as we'd all love to, you know, and I do call for rallies in the streets, not necessarily to rally, protest, and to be, you know, agitative and assertive. I call for people to gather so that they can, in the light of love, for a common cause, come together and shine. You know, one of the reasons they want everybody separated all the damn time is so that they can keep us and our energy fields from gaining power, because they're strengthened in, you know, being together. So, yeah, now's the time to shine our light as bright as you possibly can, doing whatever it is you can to do that. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it brings you joy and happiness so that you are illuminated and radiant and all of those things. Saturn and Neptune are very important planets for our experience because they bring structure to things. Saturn in particular is a disciplinarian energy. It's all about logic and structure and teachings and control and all of that stuff, and not always in a good way. Sometimes in a negative way, to push you to a good thing, to do the right thing, to be in your integrity, to be in your light. And of course, Neptune is all about illusions and delusions and spirituality and creativity. Got my little cheat sheet here, thanks to my astrology guy. You know, this is the pinnacle point, right? Like, this is the point where all of what we are doing here is quantifiable. It's why we're here. I can't say it enough, and I cannot stress it enough to people. It's not that we are here to literally dive into, you know, what this world is all about and get all, you know, and I'm, again, as you read my posts, as you follow my page, you know, I have my opinions, and I think we ought to do some certain things, but and I think other things need to be taken care of. But ultimately, what we're here for is to expose darkness and illuminate this world with truth. The truth shall set us free. That's what we're here to do. And when we realize the truth, we're able to shine. Because we let go of all of the illusions and the delusions that we've been taught and fallen under, prey to, whatever. We live our truth. We know what's going on in the world. And now that we do, and so many others do, what's the most important part of that? It's not necessarily seeing arrests or that kind of justice. Because some of that stuff we're not going to see. Some of that stuff's already taken place, apparently. If you know, you know. For entertainment purposes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Psycho Saturday Night Live. Anyway, it's been an amazing week. You know, there's a lot of symbolism taking place. So, again, pay attention to it. You know, there's a lot of interesting points to the particular arrest that hit the news. And that was that it was his 66th birthday and there were 6 unmarked cars. And that 666 playout is seemingly coincidental and perhaps a stretch, you know, stringing it together. But really, what if that's really intentional, right? Like, what if? Don't be fooled by what you see, folks. Do not be fooled. And nobody is coming to save us. Everybody has to remember we're here to save ourselves. And we're here to save this planet. In doing so, as we save ourselves and we light ourselves up with truth and information and wisdom and knowledge and all of that stuff, love, that is what saves the planet. Because enough of us are lit up that we dispel the darkness. I love my light bright. The world's smallest light bright. You can get you one on Amazon. That's where I got mine. Anyway. So, let's see. Where are we? We're smack dab in the middle of eclipse season, and I can tell you the energies are intense. Your weather is just demonstrating that, and all kinds of stuff is taking place already. Yeah. We are like almost to the end of February already. Can you believe that, folks? What's this, the second last Saturday of February? Yep, because like next Saturday's the last one. Ha! Sheesh. Can you grab that? Anywho. The new moon is coming. It's the 3rd of March. The 3rd of March. 3/3 portal day. Yeah, that's interesting. And it's a storm moon and a lunar eclipse at that, wouldn't you know? So just if you're feeling a lot of energies moving around and fluctuating and all of that stuff, just know that's par for the course. And of course, we are also just kind of settling into the season that takes us to the end of April. The end of April. And like literally the 29th, 30th, and 1st of May. That time frame from here till then is really important for us to hold our light. Very important. This is an exciting year. I got to tell you, the readings I'm doing for people, you know, the stuff I see for people coming, that is indicative also of what's going on around us and what we can expect to experience for ourselves. Like, it's just in the air. It's a wonderful time. I'm telling you, all kinds of breakthroughs, which is what the fire horse energy is about, like passionate, like very, you know, burn it down to the ground, breakthroughs. And we see that. We do see that happening. But use discernment. Always use discernment. Go inside, ask yourself, is this real for me? Is this true for me? Because you know what? There's so many different timelines and so many different outcomes and so many different opportunities and potentials. You can pick and choose, which is kind of really cool. It's part of our design. And the more of us that actually take part in that, you know, ability, the more we can actually converge timelines as well, because there's a strengthening to, you know, many of them coming together because they're running parallel then, and it kind of helps to sway or influence other timelines. Anyway, that's a deeper conversation for a whole other time. But there's so many we can have, I'm telling you. Yeah, I can't say anything else but shine your light. Like, honest to God, there's just so much shit going on. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But people are really waking up and have compassion for those who are just kind of coming to the truth now. Oh, because cognitive dissonance, again, may just be the next pandemic. Like, seriously, people just don't realize they're reading stuff and they don't comprehend. It doesn't register for them what they're actually reading. And then when it does, they're like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh yeah, it's bad. Again, I urge people, don't dive too deeply into the files. And for God's sakes, unless you've got a really, strong grounding for yourself and you can handle serious graphic, I wouldn't touch the pictures or videos. That's for sure. That's for sure. Anyhow, okay. Housekeeping, here we go. Let's lighten it up a little bit because that's what we're all about, is the light. Yeah, the readings and clearings double whammy package is hotcakes. Hotcakes right now for people. You know why? Because, yeah, everybody's feeling it. Everybody's feeling these influences of all of this, heaviness and this darkness and all of these things that are going into the airwaves that we are often subjected to and don't really realize it because we're not protecting ourselves from the energy around us, blah, 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 all that stuff. So, yeah, clearings are like so powerful right now. And the stuff that is coming off people, I can't say it enough. I say it all the time. Never ceases to amaze me. What kind of crap can afflict us? Like, and all it takes is you dropping into the wrong frequency, right into the wrong frequency, where you're below neutral, you're below 0 point. I don't even know if you guys can see this. Hold on. Can you see it? A little too well, almost. Hold tight. Okay, there you go. Yeah. So you know what? Stay above. You gotta stay. I'm so not techie. I'm just so not techie. I'm sorry. Stay above 0 point as much as you can. You know what? There's a lot of stuff going on. Anger and hate. It's easy to fall into those categories because we're human and we have hearts and we have compassion and we have love for humans other than ourselves and our own even, And for God's sakes, this stuff can get you. But it's also very motivating. It's also very motivating. It can move you up the scale. It ignites in you a passion that takes you up to, you know what? I got to move into forgiveness eventually. Acceptance, forgiveness, optimism, reason, what's going on. Once you justify where you are in the awareness of what you're recognizing, you're okay. Whether or not we see arrests, whether or not we see the justice we're looking for, again, matters not, folks. I mean, we all want to see that. We're human. We just want to see the wrongs righted, right? But the focus on that needs to be minimal. Our focus needs to be on the light, because it's the light that eventually spreads out and takes over everything, and darkness gives way to the light every time. So these clearings are important. They're very important because the more you have a free field, right, an empty field of free from influences, interference, and all kinds of other stuff, the easier it is for you to shine your light bright and to actually make the impact in the world that you're looking to make. There's something else I wanted to say too, but I just lost it. Merlin will throw it back at me in a minute. Anyway, keep yourself up. It's really important. Okay, so yeah, it's about the kids. Yeah, it's about the kids. It's important to know that. So the reading and clearings, clearing and reading, whatever way you go, it doesn't matter. $275. That's a screaming deal. Already you're getting $20 off the reading and $100 off the clearing. And then I took another $100 or $30 rather off the top of that for those that wanted to combine the offer and have the double whammy. Powerful. And the other thing for housekeeping is what? Yeah, keep an eye out because we're probably going to throw some programs on soon. And when that happens, and especially at this time of year, they're really good deals. It's kind of like a clearance sale. Not really. Anyway, they're awesome. And anybody who's ever worked with me in a program or done any kind of work on any of the programs we've channeled, I'm grateful to say, knows the power of these programs. And they work in you. Like, this is something that, this stuff happens in you. It's divine alchemy. Merlin, that's his deal. Like, he's just all about divine alchemy. And the minute you sign up for anything and say yes, he buckles your your butt in, and the ride starts, man. He pushes the button and you're good to go. It doesn't really matter if you stay on track or if you fall behind or any of that stuff, because the momentum in the container of energy that is actually, you know, where he does his magic, does, you know, the alchemy takes place anyway, whether you're in fully or not. It just happens, and eventually you'll get the full extent of it. So it's all good. Yeah, other than that, so get yourself some. If you want a reading, $20 off. If you want the clearing, $100 off. Got a deal. And then, of course, the double whammy, $275. Screaming deal for what you're getting. That's like, I can't even tell you. Anyway, I'm all over now because the energies are everywhere. And it's great. It's a good time. Lots of opportunity to manifest too as we work our way to the full moon. This waxing moon energy is all about setting intentions as well, so that you can kind of build a momentum for what you're looking for. And if you're looking for justice and all that stuff, then put it out there. But don't dwell on that. Thank you, Merlin. Being in the world and not of it is the most important part. We're supposed to be aware of all that stuff so that it keeps us motivated to stay working on ourselves. Yeah, it's all good. So tonight we have this beautiful tarot like we always do. We have the brick like we always have. We're doing Keepers of the Light tonight, and then we were told to switch it up, or switch it back rather, to Work Your Light. So we have Keepers of the Light and Work Your Light. Yeah. There's always stuff I want to watch. I watch it afterward. You know, it's like one and done, but not really. I always watch it to make sure everything comes good, and I don't really sound, you know, whatever. Merlin always does these in my head. He's like, "You're fine. It's fine. Just trust, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know." That's why I never really do a whole lot. I just kind of show up. There's just so much. There's so much I want to say to everybody, and unless I make big notes and then spend an hour and a half chatting with everybody about it. But no, we're just going to let it flow like we always do. So, that being said, 21st of February, good gravy. Ace of Pentacles, Strength card. Look at that. Ace of Pentacles. There's a reward card. There's a reward card for everybody right now. And that means that we have endured. You know, this is not easy to get through these times, to move through this stuff. It's challenging. And really, you have to have compassion, because what you realize is that the people that are perpetrating these heinous acts are so far from the love that you and I know so well. That's where they live. That's where they dwell. And there are others to varying degrees who aren't necessarily as bad as that, and who, you know of that stuff and allow it, and, you know, even, you know, not just enable it, but participate perhaps in small ways. They're also devoid of light that you and I carry in quantity. Keep that in mind. You got to feel for these people. They don't know what you know. They don't have the beautiful connection to humanity, to life itself, that you and I have. They're depraved and deprived. And I'm not saying love them, you know, for their actions, because you can't. But you got to feel for them for where they are. Like, let's face it. How cold is that existence? They think they're living it high in the hog. They think that high society living like that is everything. It's nothing. That's why there's only so many of them. There's so much good in this world. It's not hard to find it. Have a look on YouTube. There's plenty of videos out there of wonderful, you know, true human, not AI either, by the way, which seems to have infiltrated so very much of our world. And it's hard in some cases to find videos that aren't necessarily generated, but there are still tons of them that existed long before this wave of AI showed up. And they show who we really are, you know, and whether it's people interacting with animals, animals interacting with people, animals interacting with other animals, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. The humanity's there, and the love that we feel for one another well outweighs and outnumbers the evil and the depravity that we see. So keep that in mind. And that's why you shine your light bright, because it matters. You matter. You're matter. And at those frequencies, you emit incredible light, photonic light, right from your very cells. Like little glow bugs or fireflies. That's what we do. That's who we are. Just saying. Okay. So enough of that. That's pretty much it for the housekeeping. Is pretty much, done there. Is there anything else, Merlin, I need to speak of? No? Just stay grounded. Stay hydrated. Stay focused, folks. Right? Use the strength. Isn't that interesting? We switch sides there. Use the strength. And don't be fooled, but use your own strength to judge for yourself, to gauge where you are and how you feel, and subdue those things that are seemingly trying to overpower you, we'll say. Strength card. 3 of Cups is the other one, engagement. Lots of love in the heart space, lots of engagement there. It's a wonderful time when you allow it to be for yourself, right? Okay. Strength card again. There we go. We must have had to switch sides for a reason, because there's the 5 of Cups now. The 5 of Cups talks about disappointment, matters of the heart, So I kind of get the sense that a lot of what we're expecting to happen may or may not happen. And some of us might just feel very, very disappointed and let down by that. You've got to know, folks, you're watching a movie unfold. Like we really have been given these nuggets throughout our lives that we've never really paid attention to, never given, any credence to, because we think, oh, it's entertainment. Isn't that interesting? This, that, or the other thing. And whether it's V, like that thing I just posted a little while ago, where these alien reptilian things landed on planet Earth and, yada, yada, yada. Do you remember that series? I couldn't get into it. Why? It grossed me out. I knew something was off about that, right? Yeah, you're darn tootin'. I was only 12 years old, 13 years old, whatever, when that came out, and I knew that was not right. It didn't feel right. I couldn't get into any of that stuff. And yet I knew there's a reason why, right? Because, yeah, when you see stuff not everybody else is seeing, Anywho, we have been given these little nuggets all along, and they're out there. Just keep an eye on them, right? Keep an eye out for them. And, as my hubby used to say to me so many years ago, Brenda, you can read something into everything. You can read something into... Yeah, well, that is the point. You're supposed to. You're supposed to. Because there's something to be read there, right? Like, there's so very much for us. So just know. The Sims, I never played that game. My kids never played that game that I know of anyway, or at least I wasn't a witness to it. And I did watch plenty of video games. Hey, Mom, watch this. Hey, Mom, watch that. Oh, my God. Sims was not one of it. But you know what? It does seem to me that that's rather important to note, and there's all these different movies that have lots of nuggets in them, too. I just happened to watch Eyes Wide Shut for the first time. Yeah. Again, when you know, you know. The other one was Snake Eyes, and that was an interesting one. Although I saw, these little nuggets in there, I found it fascinating, that these, for the most part, it kind of just fudges up the story, but there's these little things. Like that this guy named Charles Kirkland, political dude, was actually assassinated at a public arena, like at an event, whatever. Like, by a guy named Tyler, where somebody named Tyler, like, give me a break, folks. You can't make this shit up. Not even if we tried could we make this. They're so well advanced at this. Way ahead of us. Just feeding it to us little bits at a time. Hoping not just hoping we won't catch on, but trusting we won't catch on, you know, because it's just, again, either too sporadic or it's too outrageous. What? Like the stuff in these files. We've been trying to tell you for years. You're like, what are what? That's crazy. What are you talking about? Well, you know, there's these people and they do this thing. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Like, it's right there. Like, anyway. Strength, 5 of Cups, disappointment. Don't let yourself be disappointed. It's just a movie. There's going to be pits and peaks. There's going to be, you know, like, play it out along like it's really, like, again, make some popcorn. I'm so sick of popcorn, honest to God, but seriously, make some popcorn. Because it's really and truly just the most outrageous show you've ever seen. Doesn't matter where it is or who is playing it. What channel you've turned into to watch what's going on, whether it's here in Canada with the farce that's happening in this country, or what's going on south of the border and the farce that's happening in that country, or anywhere else around the world. Play it, recognize it as the play that it is, right? It's playing out as a movie. Just saying. And honor who you are, what you got going on for you. The Four of Pentacles is about cherishing who you are. What's important to you? What's of value to you? Here we go, folks. Mind, body, and spirit from tarot. Sorry, I'm a little bit of a rant tonight. There's just so much, and yet, where do you go? How do you cover it all? Mind, body, spirit. There's that 4 again. In the mind space. 4 of Pentacles. Again, choose your thoughts wisely. Hold on to those thoughts that you want to think. Let go of the ones you don't. Sure, you need to be aware of some of the stuff that's going on, but you don't need to go deep diving into it too much. Don't immerse yourself in it because it gets really, really heavy too fast. The world is in the middle of a huge transformation right now. We're birthing a new experience, and if you've ever been to a birth of any kind, you know it can be messy and it can be scary. It can be all of those things. It can be exciting, wonderful, challenging. You got to honor where you are. You choose your thoughts wisely. Hold on to those things that are of value to you and let go of the things that are not. You know, we just had this new moon solar eclipse on Tuesday, and this fire horse energy is strong for people. It set a lot of people ablaze, big time, a lot of things ablaze. Why? So that we can burn it down. It's got to come down. You know, they say that the forest really benefits from a fire, and not those intentional ones for entertainment purposes. Not those kind, but eventually they do benefit in the end. But from, you know, natural forest fires that occur, there's a layer to the ground, ash and soil and soot and whatnot, that actually does benefit in some ways the foliage sometimes, in a lot of ways. And so the natural occurrences of these things, you know where I'm going with that, mean something, like the phoenix. There's something that comes from that. So cherish your thoughts. Let go of the ones that don't work for you, that don't align with where you are, that don't feel good, really. And know that things are going to work out. They really are. No matter what we see, feel, or hear, or sense, things are going to work out because they are already in the process of working out. We didn't come here for anything else. We are the masters who chose to be here, to insert ourselves into this time, to shine our lights bright. Why? Because it matters. In the body space, we have the 3 of Swords. This is a card of sadness, sorrow, upset, heartbreak, things of that nature. As you can see, the picture's not so nice. And it's because a lot of us are feeling that. Actually, it's a tangible, visceral feeling. When you read and hear what's going on, and even if you don't know, it's the airwaves from those who are. See, they're putting it out there. They're feeling it. They're like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. And then boom, all of those energies go out into collective, and those who are sensitive feel it. Even those who are not sensitive are influenced by it, especially if there's enough of it to gain the momentum that creates the wave. Again, these people are sad, sick, evil, and twisted. They're devoid of what we have. And it's what we have that they're after. So when we have it and we're aware of it and we're shining our lights bright with it, love, that's what we're here to do. Right? That's the most important. I just keep saying it over and over. I feel like a broken record. I know for those of you who don't know what records are, if there's any of you watching, it's this old vinyl thing that used to go around. We used to hear music come from it, and we put a little needle on it. It was all it was an amazing thing. Anywho, you know, really, be in this space. Be in, you know, as Merlin's always saying, be in the world but not of it. So be aware, but then bring yourself back to who you really are, why you're here, what it's all about, and that we're not to be immersed in that. We are to truly be, you know, the light bearers and the light workers, the warriors, and the way showers for this time. Spirit's going to come in and let us know that they're here for us. The Eight of Wands comes in to let us know that when we're traveling along, you know, and sometimes there's waves, we're not alone. Where there is help, there is guidance, there is signs, you know, from Spirit to let us know that as we're moving through these emotional waters, working our way towards success and our victories and what we're really here to create, Spirit's not far away. And Spirit's letting you know that with this card. It's awesome. Gotta love this. Okay. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all for joining me this evening, 21st February, 2026. Yeah. Okay. Here comes the brick, folks. Can't make this stuff up. This one Ryan says. Okay. This one he says. All right. Can you see it? Together in the light. 54 cards. You see them every week. You cannot make this stuff up. Together in the light. It says, I give thanks for all who enter my life. I understand we're all exactly who and where we are supposed to be. And everyone contributes to each other's personal growth. Every reaction someone draws from me is a gift from their soul to mine, meant to help free me from my inner conflicts. Today, by focusing on my own development rather than on others' faults, I become one with the divine. Look at this card. What a beautiful picture. You do. You gotta love this stuff. You can't make it up. That's for darn sure. Okay. So we're gonna go with Keepers of the Light first. Kyle Gray. This is great. Great. Okay. Bridget and Hope. Hope is actually the counterpart to the Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel was the messenger who brought the message to Mother Mary that she was going to be with child. And that, of course, really kind of brought hope, right? And so the counterpart, the female counterpart, because everything is male and female. Everything. Everything has a male and female gender to it. Everything. So there's always these beautiful components, these complementary energies that happen to be there with everything. Okay. Horus and Hope. See, and Hope is all about love and acceptance. See that? Horus is about the cosmic gateway. Bridget is about fire and all kinds of wonderful things like that. Transitions and stuff. Hecate has been very strong with people lately. So if you're not familiar with the Hecate energy, she is the one who helps us walk through liminal spaces and through transitions in our lives that are important. So if you're in that space for yourself and you're needing a little guidance in the dark, you know, call on Hecate. She's an awesome energy to work with. And she's willing to help everybody make it through. Right here. This one, right? Horus, the cosmic gateway. Stuff's happening. You know, there's a lot of, okay, so moving on to something else. Let's release the alien information. Everybody's been waiting for that for a really long time. That'll take them away from this. That'll get them distracted from what was really not beneficial for most of those people. Just saying. So don't be fooled. Don't be surprised when the next little bit of disclosure comes out as alien, you know, agendas and all of this stuff too. You gotta know we are not the only species in these universes. Like, seriously? And if that's the case, it's pretty sad. Like, it's really sad. This whole thing is like really sad, but it's not. It's not. Divine design? Mm-mm. What we see of the divine design is this much, folks. Like really this much. You know, and if you're able to open your senses and actually open your psychic sight and stuff like that, like people like me, you actually see the broader spectrum, but there's still way more out there. Cosmic gateways. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. See this card? You know who Horus is? This is interesting. Horus is the son of Isis and Osiris, the Egyptian gods, the male and female Egyptian gods who were brother and sister, husband and wife, and all that stuff. Keep it in the bloodline. You'll hear a lot about that in the next little while too, because that's kind of a thing with them. But Horus also is very similar in story to Jesus. You know, they were both born at the same time, kind of under the same circumstances in a sense, to be the light of the world, yada, yada, yada. You know. Isis and Ra, the sun god, El, the builders of form, those energies of the Elohim, which is technically God energy, is kind of important right now. You see it everywhere. Just saying. Horus. Is this alphabetical? Yes, thank God. Okay. Horus is the Egyptian eagle-headed god and sun, twin flame of the goddess Isis. He is known for his foresight, psychic awareness, and ability to travel between the worlds. He can help us move into the cosmos with our mind, meditations, and prayers so that we can harness the natural magic that surrounds us. He was well known for ritual magic in the past, and now he helps create pockets of energy in the world where we can access light, wisdom, and insight. If you're seeing the symbol of an eye appearing around you, know that Horus is asking you to become aware of how you are influencing the energy around you and how it is, in turn, influencing you. You're connected to the universe. This is the extended message. You're connected to the universe and have the ability to manifest miraculous experiences. Your thoughts, words, and actions are like magnets, drawing the energy that creates and cultivates your world. You have a stellar gateway chakra above your head. It's about 2 feet, actually, above your head. It's a vortex of energy that is influenced by your own energy. You can place ideas into this vortex to create what you're seeking. The universe also offers you guidance, abundance, support, and healing based on your capacity to connect to it and accept it. You have a real opportunity to further that connection now by sending prayers and intentions out to the cosmos. They're so powerful. And they know it. That's why they want our light. But if we shine it for ourselves and with the intention that we are illuminating this world, we win. And that's all that matters. Rebecca Campbell, work your light. Work your light. Oh. All right. These are all messed up too. All right, whatever. I don't know. Doesn't usually happen, whatever. What is going on here, Mom? All right, pick it now, he says. Pick it now, pick it now, pick it now. All right. Oh, apparently supposed to pick 2 of these ones. All right, whatever. We shall do that. This one. All right. Okay. I understand. Got it. Okay. So the first one that came up was take a break. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Sometimes we push ourselves really, really hard. And it doesn't serve us. It really does not serve us. Okay, let's see. I don't know where that card is. Hold on a minute, folks. And I can't find the index. Oh my gosh. Oh, here. Sorry. There. Okay, take a break. It's okay to take a break and enjoy your creations, to take a moment from your busy schedule, to get off the treadmill of life, to appreciate and acknowledge all that you've created, achieved, released, or experienced before rushing on to the next thing, to be in the moment and enjoy where you are, to take a breath and regather your mind, body, and spirit, to recalibrate, appreciate, and to celebrate, to decide on what you really want to experience next. If you take a moment, you are not going to miss out. Perhaps you've just completed a big project, manifested something significant in your life, released an old way of being, which as many of us have, or just been burning the candle at both ends. Now is the time to take some time out before rushing on to the next thing. You did it. Enjoy yourself and recalibrate. Go on vacation, book a massage, take long walks in nature, go away for a rejuvenating weekend to recharge and replenish. Take a breath, take a break, and take a breath is what it says. I quite agree. Take a break from the scrolling, especially the doom scrolling and the file scrolling and all the other stuff. Okay, next card. Keepers of the Earth. Do you see this one? It's beautiful. You're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. You are so supported. You do not stand alone. You have a magnificent team of helpers, both in this world and of the earth, who are here to help you every step of the way. You know, we do forget that. Oh, man. You know, for those who believe in angels, for those who believe in their guides, for those who believe in ascended masters, for those who believe in archangels, for those who believe in extraterrestrial help and assistance from our star people and our star nations, we got to call on them. They're here in support of us, our ancestors. You know, as long as we're in this experience, this matrix experience, our ancestors, our loved ones, everyone in spirit is right there, like right here. They haven't gone anywhere yet. They haven't been liberated yet. That's where we come in. It's just so important for us to note that, because we do often feel very alone. And we do feel isolated. You know, when you don't have a lot of people you can talk to, when you don't have a lot of people who know the stuff that we talk about here, or who can handle it, most people can't. Most people can't handle this stuff. It's like outrageous. And that's the point. We have to stand together. We have to know that we're not alone. We have to gather where we can. So I'm grateful for all of you who join me here on Psychic Saturday Night Lives, because I get to talk to you about all this stuff. There's not many people out there. So, Keepers of the Earth acknowledge the work that you've done already and are ready to work through you. They bow at your feet and thank you for wanting to stand for them, to devote your life to protecting the Earth in your unique way. It's time to increase your capacity to receive support in the physical realm. This can come in the form of financial abundance, acts of service from strangers, or people flocking to help you and your work. The only thing that's stopping you right now is your capacity to receive support. You deserve to be rewarded for the work that you're doing. You do not need to go at it alone. Call on the Keepers of the Earth to help you end your mission. Open your heart and your mind to receiving more than you've ever thought possible. What kind of support do you need? Call it in right now, or call it in right away, so you can Put your hand on your heart and repeat in your mind or out loud, I am open to receiving a whole new level of support for my life and my work, and I call it in now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can include the specific requests with that. It doesn't really matter. So there we are. Four of Pentacles in the mind space. Cherish the thoughts. Hold on to the good ones. Discard the rest. See what you need to see. Let it go. Do not hold on to it. Don't retain it. Let it flow. You're meant to know it and let it flow, right? Meant to flow it. Three of Swords comes in the body space. A mind card, but in the body space. That means that no matter what you see going on and everybody's seeing it, hearing it, feeling it, sensing it, maybe not knowing what it is, but they're definitely subjected to it because it's in the collective. We're feeling that heartbreak. Feel it. If there's something wrong with you, if you don't feel for those people, especially the children and the little wee ones, something wrong with you if you can't feel in your heart for them. Feel it and then heal it. Send that light to them because they need the warmth of it too. They're in a terrible predicament. You can't run away from the feelings. We cannot run away from the acknowledgement of what's happening. We've turned a blind eye long enough. We've evaded and avoided far too long. We can't do it any longer. You have to shed light there so that it can free them too. So feel the heartbreak. Let it move through you. It's an emotion, remember. It is an energy in motion that's got to move through you. The purpose of us being here is to experience all of these things. Good, bad, and ugly. Spirit says don't worry about it. As you move through these emotional waters, and as they are sometimes a little bit choppy, Spirit's with us. Every step of the way. Every bit of the way. The dolphin energy is very powerful. It is an energy that transcends this world we're living in. They are high vibrational energy beings, and they really are quite incredibly wise. They really are. They know stuff we don't know. Well, consciously right here, right now. Stuff that we would remember eventually and will remember eventually. Dolphin energy is very powerful. So, Keepers of the Light, the Horus card, the Ascended Master Horus, Cosmic Gateway. You have 3 chakras that are off your head. The crown is here, but you also have the stellar, you have a cosmic gateway, stellar gateway, and then you have a universal gateway. These gateways are expansive, how do I call them, Merlin? Like a portal in a sense, but they're kind of like more than just a gateway. They're just like an absolute elevation into something much broader than you've ever experienced before. So work with your gateways. There's so many of them, causal and cosmic and universal and all of these stellar gateways, all of them. Work with them. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Remember, sure, we want justice, but we want everyone to live in peace. And sometimes that can be a bit of an interesting path, road, journey. Take a break. Take a break. Take a break and take a breath. For God's sakes, take a break and take a breath. Get off the treadmill. Absolutely get off the treadmill. People are finding themselves just, gone. And it's not hard. There's so much going on. Just never mind all that stuff. What you're dealing with on your day-to-day basis, in your family life, in your work life, in your personal self-life. And times are accelerated. Just saying. Keepers of the earth, that's who we can call on. We can call on Horus and the energy of the gateway, but the keepers of the earth. This is Earth's transition time. This is where we really work the energies to work ascension, truthfully and organically, the way it's meant to be. There's a little sound effect. Keepers of the earth can help us with that. Schumann resonance has, I believe, accelerated a little bit more than we expected on these peaks and these occasions. There's been so much hitting the planet, like I don't even know. These geostorms and all kinds of stuff, like this is helping us. This helps us because we need this regenerative and this recharge to catapult us into this beautiful new year that's coming to unfold for us. It's just going to be amazing. And don't forget, together in the light. Together in the light. Giving thanks for all who enter our lives. I understand we are all exactly who and where we are supposed to be, and everyone contributes to each other's personal growth. Every reaction someone draws from me is a gift from their soul to mine, meant to help free me from my inner conflicts. Together, by focusing on my development rather than on others' faults, I become one with the divine. You know, you got to hold your own, no matter what's going on around you. The minute you take yourself out of your space to, acknowledge something that is of a lesser vibration, you lose your equilibrium. You're going to have to come back to your own space and your own energy and come back to that maintained vibration every time you do that. So being aware of it, it's kind of like defensive driving. You see the dangers, you see the potholes, you see this, you see that, you see the ditch, you see the oncoming traffic. Choose to navigate through them. Got this, people. We can do this. We've done amazing already, and we're going to continue to do amazing as this all unfolds. Just the beginning. It really is just the beginning. So, stay focused, stay hydrated, stay grounded, stay filled with light. Shine, shine, shine. As bright as you can. Thank you for joining me tonight, and we'll see you next time on Saturday night. The last Saturday night of February, Psychic Saturday Night Live. Oh my God. It's all good, folks. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you then. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Where it dwells in you, I honor it all so much. In me, you, namaste. Until next time.